Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Well, it is 4:37 a.m. and it's very late. And I left my sponsor's house about 12 or so minutes ago. And I was trying to find my way back to roads that I know because she lives like on the south side of the lake. And I don't know that area real well, so I was trying to find my way back over here. But now that I'm over here, I can vlog because I know where I'm at. We had such a fun time tonight. Tanya didn't end up going. She said she just wanted to stay at home and like relax at home because she had been gone for a couple days to the lake. So I'm trying to decide like where I want to go to vlog. So anyway, my leg is hurting so bad right now. So I just went over there. I got over there about 10:30, and she was so sweet. She made like this like cheese board with like fruit. She had like a couple different kinds of cheese. She had like this like blackberry cheese or something. It was really good. And then she had like pita, little pieces of pita bread, and then grapes and blackberries. And like little baby bell cheeses, and what else did she have? Little cookies, and then she has like a little mini crock pot, you know. So she had that, and she made like hot cheese in it with jalapenos, and then she had tortilla chips. Because she knew I was hungry, I hadn't eaten dinner. And then she made me lattes tonight. And she had limoncello LaCroix for me. I was so excited. I just opened this like probably like a half an hour ago. And I was drinking lattes tonight from her Keurig that she was so excited to make me lattes. She's like, aren't those the best? She's like, I don't even go to Starbucks anymore. They're so much better. They were really good. And then she also got like one of those soda machines that you can make your own soda. And she made me like a diet root beer. She was having me taste. She's so cute. And she was having me taste it. And then we were playing with the dogs at first. She's got 2 little dogs. And she like redid her whole kitchen. So she was showing me everything that she had redone. And she like redid her whole kitchen herself. But we just sat outside. I can't believe I was over there that long. God, like 6 hours. We just sat outside and we like just talked and talked and talked and talked. And she has like this beautiful backyard. Like she's like this in the backyard. She's like this. It's like all wooded, and she has like this fire pit. With like all these chairs around it. But we didn't sit by the fire pit, but she had it going. She had like lit it and was like burning some logs. But she said, she was like, that'll keep the, I don't know why. She was like, that'll keep the mosquitoes off the back patio. But anyway, her patio is gorgeous. It's like the full length of the house. And like on one end, she's got like this dining, like with like, you know, like a table that with like an umbrella and stuff. And then she's got another area that like right next to it that has like one of those tables. It's very modern looking, that has like the glass rock fire pit in it, you know. And then she had like this like cushioned seat behind it, and then these like sticks everywhere, and like these long plants. And then she's got it at the end of the patio. She's got like this gazebo. With like a love seat and then like chairs. It's really cute. So we sat out there and she had a bunch of candles lit. We just had a fantastic time. It was just so nice just to sit outside and relax. It's 65. It was just now starting to get a little cool outside. We had such a good time. It was fun. It was really, really fun. We talked about everything. We talked about so many different things and laughed and talked about spirituality and got serious, and we talked about all kinds of things. So anyway, it was just fantastic. It was a really great evening. It was totally what I needed. And I had such a great day today. But I'll tell you, like, at the end tonight, I had sat there at the end for probably an hour and a half or so. Hour and a half at the end. And I got up to help her, like, take the stuff inside, like the plates and the cups and stuff. And, because she had brought a plate of, like, the cheese and stuff out at the end, because we hadn't, like, eaten all of it. And she was like, here, have some more. And, you know, I don't keep a lot of fresh fruit around the house, and whenever I go places and people have fresh fruit, I always just, like, devour it. I always think it, like, looks so good. She was, like, eating all the grapes. She loved the grapes. But I, like, stood up, and, like, my leg, just, like, shooting pain went down through my leg. And, the last 2 days I've been able to walk, but, like, in the morning when I get up, like, I got up this morning, like, that first hour and a half is really, really painful. Like, it really hurts, like, in the morning to get up. And, I got up this morning, and I just was like, I put my leg down, and at first, because I, like, you know, went into the bathroom, I was like, oh, I think it's okay. And then, like, I took a couple steps, and I was like, God, it hurts so bad. So, I don't know. I was just like, man, it really hurts a lot. And, so yeah, got up this morning. Alex did not have to do any work or anything today. I thought he did, but he didn't. So, it was beautiful outside, so he wanted to go to the pool. And so we made plans to go to the pool with Sarah. And I told him, I was like, I have to go do a review video first. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll get you an iced tea or whatever. And he was like, okay. Or I was like, do you want anything? He was like, yeah, I'll take an iced tea. So I went to Starbucks and I did the review. I had a blast doing that review today. It was the Love on the Rocks drink at Starbucks. And I just was in such a great mood. And so I went there and I did that. And then I came back and went straight to the pool. And then I got to the pool at like 1:45. And oh man, this vlog is probably not going to be really long. Last night was an hour and 23 minutes, so this vlog is going to be short tonight because I need to go home and go to bed because we're having a brunch tomorrow with another couple that we're friends with, and I think Sarah's going too. And I think our brunch is at 12:30, which means I probably need to be up at 11 so I can take a shower and whatever. I took a shower tonight, and it's really hard for me to stand in the shower. I don't know what it is. Even I like up till the minute before I stepped into the shower, I was feeling like okay, like I could stand. And then I got in the shower, and it was like really hard for me to stand in the shower. I don't know if it's because it's a confined space and I'm trying to or whatever. And when I turned around, like one of the nozzles from the shower shot right on my nerve on that's hurting down here. And I was like, oh my gosh, it hurts so much. But it was hard for me to take a shower tonight. I had to kind of rush through it. I will tell you this, that what is it called? That Sol de Janeiro shampoo and conditioner that I got, I love it so much. But it's really thick. It's really thick, but it makes my hair kind of thick too. So anyway, went to the pool, 1:45, hung out at the pool all day. There was only 2 other groups of people that came up there. And they didn't stay very long either. So we had the pool to ourselves the majority of the day. It was really nice. And it was 81. I think it was supposed to be 84, but I think it was 81 today. I got quite a bit of sun today. And it was bright sunshine, just a few clouds in the sky. It was absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I had a good day. And then came home and I filmed a drama video and my Peterisms video and started getting those up. And I wanted to take a nap before I went over to my sponsor's house tonight. I got like a short nap. I felt like as soon as, it was like 45 minutes to an hour, I felt like as soon as I fell asleep, like it was time to get up. Do you ever feel like that with a nap? Like as soon as I fell asleep, the alarm went off is kind of how I felt. And then Alex he left, I think like 6 or 6:30 to go do this thing tonight. So there's this thing in Indianapolis they're doing. I can't remember what it's called. I have the poster thing for it in my phone. But they're doing this thing to promote social media. And so it's like, they're doing like a drive-in movie, but like you don't go to like the concession stand or anything. You like just pay like when you come in, and then you like drive in, and then you just like park and you don't leave your car. And then tonight was like this silent disco thing that he went to with 3 of his friends, and you like sit in your car and you wear like headphones, and like you listen to music through the headphones and just dance like in your car. So he like drove, and they like went to this like, it was like, it's out on some farm or something, this huge field, and it was just like all these cars parked in a row. Like you could get outside of your car and like just dance around your car, but like there wasn't like a huge like, you know, anyway, it was just like you were just with the people that you came with. And he said it was really a lot of fun, and he said he had a really good time, and they were sitting on like the back of the Jeep dancing and stuff like that. So he had a good time doing that. And then they went over to his friend's house and they were eating pizza rolls. So I said, yummy. And he said, yes, I need more. Anyway, but he's home in bed now. And that was it. And then I went over to my sponsor. I took a short nap, like I said, and I took a shower, and my leg killed in the shower. And then I went to my sponsor's house, and now I'm on my way home. It was fun. It was a really good night. She played Prince for like the first hour that I was there. In the background, it was like always, I didn't catch on to it right away. Like I heard a Prince song, I was like, oh, I love Prince. And then another Prince song like came on like a couple minutes later, and I was like, oh, she's playing all Prince. So yeah, I really wanted to, oh, I didn't talk about this. Last night I stayed up way too late. Last night I stayed up and I pushed through and finished the book club, Deviant, the book club book by Harold Schechter about Ed Gein. It was really good. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It was so much different than I thought it would be. But anyway, I finished that last night. It was really interesting way up until the end. It was kind of interesting, like when you read the end of it though, like how a lot of people were even kind of almost sympathetic towards him. It was kind of bizarre. And I don't know that I necessarily like understood. I'm gonna have to talk to Mel about it to see if I understood it the wrong way. But I don't really like, okay, so he finally went to trial. Okay, at first they found that he was, they found him insane. So like he was insanity defense, and then they found him insane, legally insane, so he couldn't stand trial. But then when he was in Central State in Wisconsin, Central State Hospital, his doctor, like years later, 10 years later I think it was, said that he still was like schizophrenic, but that he was competent to stand trial or something. So he went and he had trial, but based on what the doctor findings, they still found him legally insane. So the judge dismissed the case. So I don't know. So that then down the road, if the doctors ever felt that he was fully capable of returning to society, he wouldn't go through court again. As how I understand it, he would just be released from the mental institution. And I'm like, am I understanding this correctly? That Ed Gein, who did all these horrendous things, I mean, if you read the book, like, he truly was, like, the original, like, I mean, it's disgusting, like, when you read it. It's just, it's bizarre, beyond bizarre. And, so, I mean, there's so many things I could say about it. It goes in so many different directions. But I guess maybe I didn't understand that part correctly. I mean, he didn't. He was in the same mental hospital, Central State, until it became like, they made it into something else, and then he was moved to another mental hospital, and then he was there until he died. I think he died in 1984. But he was old, like, when he died. He was like 78 or something like that. Like, not old. I mean, that's not necessarily old, but I mean, it's older, you know. He had some kind of cancer when he died. But he died of natural causes. I think he died of respiratory failure. It was an interesting book, though. It was a lot different than I thought it would be. It was like, because a lot of it was like more of like a historical telling of like the town, specifically the town of Plainfield, Wisconsin, which is where it took place. And then it was also more of like, it was, you know, I have to say, it was interesting because I commented, I don't know if this was on my BookTube video or if it was on my vlog, but, and I don't really, like, you know, sometimes ways that comments or text messages or direct messages are written, like, things are lost in translation, if that makes sense. But, like, I must have made a comment about In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. Now, I do know that Hunter commented and said that that's one of his favorite books because he loves Truman Capote. I love Truman Capote, too. Truman Capote wrote one of my favorite things ever, and that's Breakfast at Tiffany's. And, yes, somebody commented and said, did you know that Truman Capote was Harper Lee's closest friend growing up, and that he's actually who she modeled Dill after from To Kill a Mockingbird? Yes, I'm very aware of that. And if you read Ghost Set of Watchmen, it's interesting because Dill, as an adult, is Truman Capote almost to a T. But she just writes about him at the beginning, like what's happened to him. Like, you only find out about Dill and Jim at the beginning of what's happened to them. It's kind of hot in here. In Cold Blood is, I mean, I would love to tell you that I would reread the book to give it another chance, but it was so completely dry to me that I'm not going to reread the book. And I even saw the movie like years ago, I think. Like, I don't know if I finished it or whatever. I don't know what it was about it. But somebody commented on my thing, and they're like, In Cold Blood is an absolute masterpiece, and blah, 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 you know, like, so were Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre, but I couldn't get through those either. You know what I mean? Like, I'm allowed to, you know, like, just because, they said something about it being, like, the very first nonfiction, so In Cold Blood, like, created a new genre of, like, the nonfiction novel, and, which is true, this person said that, but it was different than anything anybody had ever written at that time. And actually, Harper Lee was Truman Capote's researcher on In Cold Blood. But I found In Cold Blood to be boring and not engaging to the reader. Did I feel like it was an important novel? Absolutely. Do I think it's to be revered as the first of its kind? Definitely. Do I think Truman Capote is probably one of our most important literary figures of this century? Absolutely. Or last century, yes, absolutely. But I didn't enjoy the book. And that's okay. You know, there's a lot of books that are, I think, paramount pieces of literature or nonfiction that a lot of people don't like, you know? There's a lot of books that, like, I really wanted to like, and I just did not like. I just couldn't get through. I remember a couple years ago, oh God, not a couple years ago, it's 15 plus years ago now. Well, I think it was the year that my ex and I broke up, so 14 years ago, something like that. I had heard, actually maybe it was when we were together, I had read this list of like the top 10 books that had profoundly changed people's life. And at that time, number one was the Bible. And number two was, I think, Atlas Shrugged. I always want to think it's The Fountainhead by either Ayn Rand or Ayn Rand. I think it's Ayn. I think you pronounce it Ayn. But anyway, I don't remember which one I read and how far I got through or if I finished it. I really don't remember any of it. I just know that that is one of the longest books I have ever attempted to read in my entire life. And I know I didn't have really any kind of experience reading that book. But another book that was on that list, okay, now I will tell you, I think that list is now, number 2 is Other Places You Go by Dr. Seuss. But I can remember another book that was on that list, like books that you should read before you die, was 100 Years of Solitude by, I think it's Gabriel Garcia Marquez, is that correct? I don't know. And I tried so hard to read that book. I think Alex actually, so Alex was a double major of marketing and Spanish. And so he read a lot of Spanish literature. He loved it, actually. He loved reading Spanish literature and poetry. Those were his 2 favorite things that he did when he was studying Spanish. And people are always like, well, why would you study Spanish if that's your first language? It's the same thing as people studying English when you speak English, You're studying the language and the culture and the literature and things like that. So anyway, but I think he read that book in Spanish and he loved it. But I read that book, I can remember, I was like, I'm going to finish this book in 3 months. I started it and I could not get into it at all. And so I went through and I remember I had I'd seen how many pages the book was. And then I divided it by 90 days and it came out to something like 8 pages or 18 pages, or it was something with an 8 in it, 28 pages or something. I don't know, or 60 days, or I can't remember how many days I was going to read it. But anyway. And so I was supposed to read that many pages a day, and I still couldn't do it. I still could not get through that book. It was so bad. I hated it. I should try it again, shouldn't I? Maybe that's what I should do, is I should every month break down it, pick some book, some historical book that I feel like I should read, and break it down. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to start doing that. What book should I read this month? Do you know, I've never read a Vonnegut book, and he was my mom's favorite author. My mom absolutely loved Kurt Vonnegut, and Kurt Vonnegut was from Indianapolis. I even talked to Kurt Vonnegut on the phone, like I told in the vlog not too long ago. But I've never read a Kurt Vonnegut book. I've heard, like, Breakfast of Champions is, like, the one that you should read. But then my mom loves Slaughterhouse-Five and God Bless You, Mr. Goldwater. Those were, like, her two favorites. I feel like I should read a Vonnegut book just once in my life. Maybe I'll start doing that. Maybe once a month, like, you know, I'll pick a book and then I'll go through and just be like, okay, if I read so many pages a day for the next 30 days, like how many, you know what I mean? And then I can like read like a historical piece, not a historical piece, but like an important piece of literature each month. That's not, okay, that'd be 12 new books a year that I would read. That's what I'm gonna do. I just decided that. 100 Years of Solitude will not be this month. Maybe this month I'll pick a Vonnegut book. I don't know what I want to pick. I'm kind of excited for my new reading glasses to come. I actually I forget to take my reading glasses off, and so then I have them on a lot, you know? And I was actually looking on the website, the Caddis website, and they have progressives. And I guess, maybe I don't understand what they are, but are they where you, like, you can wear them all day long, and then when you're, like, looking at a computer screen, like, they come into focus? Is that what it is? But, like, I would wear my contacts, right? And then, like, I would wear the glasses, like, just like if I went somewhere or whatever. I think that's kind of cool. If I like the frames when they come, I might order a pair of the progressives for, like, going around and, you know, going places and stuff. Because I like wear them, like, a lot. We'll see. I've been reading some of Supermarket by, I think it's by the, I don't know what his real name is, but it's by the guy that's the musician Logic. But not much of it, just like a few pages here and a few pages there. But I have to say, like, I really have been missing, like, actually reading, like, a book, like, sitting down and reading a book, and I've really enjoyed it, like, sitting outside and just kind of, like, you know, reading a book. Like, I listen to so many audiobooks that I haven't, you know, I haven't done that in a while. And then today when I was at the pool, I don't know what got me thinking about this, but I was like, I had really wanted to read those Witch's Sister, Phyllis Reynolds Naylor books. I feel like I always have, like, all these things I want to do, and then, like, I never do it. And I was wanting to read those Witch's Sister, Phyllis Reynolds Naylor books that are, like, there's, like, 7 of them in the Phyllis Reynolds Naylor. I was obsessed with these books when I was, like, in elementary school. They're like elementary, junior high. They're not junior high, really. They're more like 4th, 5th grade, I think. And I was obsessed with them. And I really, really liked them. So I'm thinking about, I keep on saying I'm going to start the series. I don't know why I don't just do it, you know? I think if I got 1 or 2 in them, I would, like, really want to read them. A couple years ago, I started reading those Spiderwick Chronicle books. I think I ended up, there's like 6 in the series. I ended up, like, buying all 6 of them or something. I think I bought, like, 2, and then I went back and I bought, like, the other 4. I think there were 6 in the series. I don't know. But I ended up like starting them, and like they were really pretty good, but you can actually sit down in one setting and just like read the whole book. Like they're that short. They're really well done though. Stopped. They're cute though. I think in August I'm going to try to really just like read a lot. I got to read 10 books this month to get caught up on my reading schedule. But even if I read 10 books, then I have to read 10 books every month for the rest of the year. I know, it's a lot, isn't it? I don't care though. I'm going to do it. Somebody in my comment section, I don't know if it was on this video or on my vlog channel or if it was on my booktube channel, but they said, you can do it, about my like meeting my goal. And I was like, I read it and I was like, yes, I can do it. I can do it. I can still meet my goal. My hair looks kind of nice tonight, I think, don't you think? I missed my hair appointment, so it's a little bit longer, but I don't really mind. I think I'm gonna let it, I don't have another appointment till like the 28th or something. These truck's lights are like a lot. And I also have to start a new audiobook. I'm not really sure what I'm going to start next. I wanted to start the Hank Green book, but then I have like 6 books that I really, really want to start. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll wait on the Hank Green book and I'll start this series. It's by the guy that wrote The Woman at the Bottom of the Ocean or the Bottom of the Sea or whatever. And it's called The Naturalist. It's supposed to be a really, really good series. Kind of about a serial killer like in Washington or Montana or something like that. My mind immediately went to Jeffree Star because he was just out in Washington or Montana. I know too much stupid information about people that like I could care less about in my regular life, you know what I mean? I think Washington and Montana, and then I'm like, oh, Jeffree Star just went there. I saw it on his Instagram story. It's like, who cares, you know? The life of a drama channel. Look at those flowers. Those bushes are so pretty. Huge white flowers. It's weird to think that kids are starting back to school or that kids are back to school already. It's so bizarre. Now, tomorrow night, I'm very excited for tomorrow night, okay? The Alienist season finale. I can't believe it's already the season finale. I'm not very happy about that. It seems like it was like a really short series. I'm not really sure why they cut it so short. I kind of wonder if maybe, well, no, because I was going to say they cut it short because of COVID. But the season finale is tomorrow night. And, but they don't think that there's going to be a season 3. I read an article about it, and they're like, how could there possibly be? Well, it's the same 3 people just come up with a new storyline, you know, a new mystery. But they're based on these Caleb Carr books, so I think they're like, well, we couldn't come up with, you know, another mystery because Caleb Carr didn't write another mystery book about these same characters. It's like, okay, well, Big Little Lies by Liam O'Riordan also stopped after the first book, but they kept on doing it. I still want to watch the next season of it. So, okay, I have 1 episode of I'll Be Gone in the Dark to watch. The final episode. And then my cousin texted me tonight and she was like, I didn't know that she died of an overdose. I thought she died of cancer. You know what's interesting is that I kind of thought she died, I knew she died of an overdose, but I thought it was related to medicine to do with cancer or something like that. I feel like I read that somewhere around that time. And when I was watching the documentary, it comes out about how like some tabloid, I can't remember, came out with a story of what really happened to her. And even her research assistant didn't know. So it's kind of scary when you watch it. Like, they talk pretty honestly about like her use of pills in the in the documentary. But what's interesting to me about it is, well, first of all, I know this to be true because, I mean, I've experienced it for, 25 years of my life, knowing people in recovery, that, like, I'm watching it and I'm like her husband's like, I didn't know, like, she would say, well, there's this part, and he's like, she would say, like, I'm just taking an Adderall in the morning to wake up, and I'm just taking this in the evening to go to sleep, and I thought, you don't think, like, the average person might think that maybe it's just me because I'm such a Puritan about that stuff, or, like, that's just not the world I live in, but I just think that's weird. I don't know, that most people would be like, oh, you're just taking an Adderall in the morning to wake yourself up, and you're just taking a Percocet to go to bed or whatever. I just feel like, not to mention, like, through the documentary, they show, like, text messages between the two of them. I mean, I think he's like one of the people that, like, helped with this documentary. And so it shows, like, these text messages, and she's like, I'm running out of Xanax, like, I'm either gonna have to stop or we're gonna have to get more. Like, it's kind of like they put some of those text messages throughout there, I think, to kind of lead up to, like, what's going on. And then they kind of insinuate that she had a predisposition for addiction with family genetics, which I thought was good that they included that in there. But then they also kind of talked about, like, her self-medicating, and she talks about depression. They read, like, journal entries. It's really well done how they addressed it. But I think the thing that's really scary is that somebody can be, like, in the depths of addiction right in front of you, and you don't even know it, I mean, like, even a lot of heroin addicts don't look dope sick right in front of your, like, they can look completely normal right in front of your face as long as they're maintaining their heroin use, they don't look dope sick, and they don't look like, you know what I mean, like, I don't know. So it's interesting watching it. It's tragic, it's so sad. She was also, like, they kind of tie it into her being completely consumed with finding the Golden State Killer and who she is, or, like, and, like, how it affected her, who he is, and how that wasn't really it. They tie it into how it really affected her, and, like, it really weighed on her, and she, just could not, like, it just was a lot, it was really, really heavy on her. I thought it was interesting, like, I'm sitting there watching it, I was kind of thinking to myself, he took her life too, like, indirectly. It's an interesting documentary, it's on HBO, it's really good. Actually, somebody reached out to me today and asked me, they said, oh, you mentioned in your video about the book, I'll Be Gone in the Dark, and they've, like, had found the book. They're like, they couldn't remember what the book was, and then by the time they got back to me, they're like, oh, I found the book, and I got it, but, like, should I watch the documentary first, or should I read the book? If you're gonna do it, like, if you've never watched or read or know anything about the Golden State Killer or I'll Be Gone in the Dark, One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer, read the book first. It will make the documentary, like, you'll understand it so much better. But if you watch the documentary first and then read the book, I don't know that the book would be as interesting to you. Because the documentary tells so much more, if that makes sense. Like the documentary goes above and beyond the book. But her writing style is just what is so amazing. And when I was reading it, where am I at on time? Because I don't want to go too long. When I was reading it, when I was listening to it, because they read a lot of her passages to her, there's, like, a narrator that's, like, supposedly, like, Michelle, in the thing, like, reading a lot of her journal entries and talking about what she's going through, and reading a lot of her writing and things like that. Her writing is just unbelievably beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's so stylistically her own. It's just, like, I mean, it's her writing. It's so fantastic. And, she just really had a way, with, like, maneuvering words, and it was beautiful. She's just a beautiful writer, you know. It's so sad, it's so tragic that she's gone. Her daughter is so sweet, you know, and like, they talked about that in the documentary too, like, was the thing that the principal, he called the school principal to tell the school principal what happened, because Michelle passed away while her daughter was at school. And the principal said, don't tell her tonight when she comes home. Tell her tomorrow. Tell her in the sunlight. I thought that was interesting, the way that, like, that was phrased. And, so she and her daughter would do this thing every day, and it was called like The Petal and the Thorn, and the petal, I think it was The Petal and the Thorn, and like one of them was like, what was your positive of the day and what was like your negative of the day. And so like the day after her mom passed away, she said to her aunt, she said, I know what my petal and I feel like it's not petal and thorn, I feel like it's, I don't know what it is, rose and thorn or something, I don't know. But she said, I know what my petal and thorn are for the day. And she said, what? And she said, well, my petal is that all of you are here, like her mom's sisters and brother and everybody, the whole family. And she's like, my petal is that all of you are here. Maybe it was like a couple days later, I don't know. She's like, my petal is that all of you are here, but my thorn is that mommy is gone. And, and my mom lost her dad when she was 4. I think it affected her in her entire life. My mom actually, had a master's degree in education and childhood development was her area of focus. And she wrote a paper, like her master's dissertation or master's thesis or whatever, was on childhood bereavement and its effects on development. She was really interested in that because, you know, that had like affected her life, and my mom had huge attachment issues, and she had gone through that herself, you know. Look at all the things that happen to us in our lives, you know. It's like we're a combination of all of those things, I think. All of the good, the bad, and all of it, you know. The tragedy, the sadness, the celebrations, and, you know, the joyful moments, or the moments of joy, and I don't know. I don't know. Well, I think I'm going to go home and lay down now. Where am I at on time? And I'm trying to decide if I want to make videos tomorrow. Depends on what the weather's like. If the weather's really nice, I'm going to go to the pool. I may make videos afterwards. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. But I may just take a day. Like, I've been pushing myself hard this whole week. Like, even with like my leg hurting and stuff like that. So I'll still vlog tomorrow, but like I may take a day. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how I feel when I wake up. It just may be good for me just to like sit and read and watch some TV and stuff like that. I already decided we weren't going to do the book club tomorrow. Well, Mel and I decided it together. She pushed it and suggested it. I love Mel so much. So I love you, Mel. Love you, Smelly Mel. That's my nickname for her. Is Smelly Mel. Anyway, she knows that. Go check out her crochet Instagram and order lots of things because she's the crocheter of the world. And I have felt pee-pee around me a lot. I keep on like pulling up like pictures and stuff of him. It's real weird. And look, like when I was like showing something I was showing the fakes on my Instagram to my sponsor, and I pulled up this like video of pee-pee, and then look, the sweatshirt that I took tonight is my pee-pee sweatshirt. And that's so cute. Hi, pee-pee. I love pee-pee so much. Did you see it? It's so cute. I love my pee-pee, and my pee-pee love me. He is the sweetest pee-pee that you'll ever see. I don't feel like getting sad tonight. But I have felt him kind of around me lately. Like, I just keep on seeing, like, pictures and stuff of, like, it's just random. I've been thinking a lot about him lately. Anyway, actually somebody sent me, like, an email about pee-pee and, like, dogs with souls, and it was very, very nice, endearing message that they sent me. So I really appreciated that. But anyway, I don't know yet tomorrow. Then I'll probably wake up and be like, oh, but I want to make this video, and I want to make that video, and I want to make this video. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to get off here now, do a short little outro. If you guys made it this far into the vlog video and that you really liked it, if you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me. I really appreciate when I see those thumbs up and those likes. And leave a comment in the comment section if you want to. Please leave a blue heart if you're an OG Wolfpacker. That means all of us are just trying to get by one day at a time, putting a little kindness, love, and compassion out there in the world. And please don't forget to see if you're still subscribed to my channel, or if you haven't subscribed already, please, 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 please think about subscribing to my channel. And I hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday, my favorite day of the week. My favorite day of the week. Unless you have other plans, but like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun today. Do something that will make you happy. And also do something that will make yourself proud when you look back on it. One choice towards achieving your dreams. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you tell yourself, I love you, and at least one positive affirmation, like you are valuable, and you are beautiful, and you are talented, and you are funny, and you are beautiful. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. And also every night before you go to bed and in the morning when you get up, tell yourself, tomorrow or today is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be happy, joyous, and free all day today. I'm going to sing, I'm going to sing, I'm going to dance, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to cry if I need to or want to. And I'm going to have just the most amazing day ever. And I'm going to just have fun, and I'm going to see friends and family if I want to, and I'm going to have great opportunities come my way and positive experiences all day long. And I'm just going to see my good Judies if I can, and if I don't want to, I don't have to. If I want to spend time alone, I will. And I'm going to eat great food, and I'm going to just do things that make me happy. And if I have to work, I'm going to try to do so with a smile on my face and just do the best work I possibly can. And when I'm not working, I'm going to do things that make me happy. I'm going to rest, I'm going to relax, I'm going to garden, I'm going to pick fruit, I'm going to, I don't know, can fruit, I'm going to cook, I'm going to use my coloring books, I'm going to do all of the things, I'm going to crochet, hey Mal, I'm going to do all the things, I'm going to knit, what else, what's something else, I'm going to cross stitch, I'm going to, did I say quilt already? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to do all the things, exercise, whatever, watch TV, Netflix and chill, all the things that make me happy. And if my day gets off track and I start getting negative, well, I can start my day over whenever I want. Just like that. If I become a negative Nancy or a sour Susan or a mean Mary or a negative Norman or a sour Steven or sour, what's another word? Stew? Don't eat sour stew. Or a mean, I don't know, mean Mark. Then I can just start my day over just like that whenever I want. And most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Just somebody that you think maybe might need to hear it today. Why don't you call your mom, okay? Why don't you pick up the phone and call your mom and say, Mom, if you can, I just wanted you to know I'm thinking of you. Or your dad. or your sister if you guys got into a fight, and just say, hey, you know what? I shouldn't have talked to you that way. Just somebody, you know, somebody you haven't talked to in a while, and say, hey, I just want to hear your voice. I miss you. How are you? I love you. Or just, you know, I don't know, the barista at Starbucks, and just say, hey, how are you? Tip your barista at Starbucks. I could do a good job of that. I could do a better job of that. And what else? Also, practice, lastly, and also, like I always say, practice random acts of kindness, but also, like I always say, but don't tell anyone. Just do it because it's the right thing to do. It's a nice thing to do. Let's put some goodness out there in the world. Let's put some kindness, some love, some compassion, some understanding. Let's make the world a better place to live in, moment by moment if we possibly can. Let's each do our part. I know I could do a better job of that, of doing a better job of my, you know, putting my part out there to make the world a better place. And I'm going to work on that. That's my commitment to the day. Doing one thing to make the world a better place. And I'll have to think about what that's going to be. Something I haven't done before. We'll see what that will be. I'll think about it. Anyway, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And I will be back tomorrow. I love you. I was going to say same time, same place, but you know what? I don't know that to be true. Same place, probably, but I don't know about same time. I hope not. I hope it's not as late tomorrow. I've been enjoying vlogging earlier. It's been nice. So anyway, to kind of like get it done and get it up and get it, you know, ready for the next day. And then I've been enjoying like well, I didn't go to bed earlier last night because I listened to my audiobook, and the night before I watched I'll Be Gone in the Dark. But it's been nicer to like relax later right before I go to bed, you know? So anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya! Oh, and in case you didn't know, I just wanted to tell you, I love you. Bye. Love ya!